Welcome back. Democrats have found their pick for FBI director. Look who it is. Senator Richard Blumenthal is suggesting to nominate Merrick Garland as the new FBI director. Garland was Barack Obama's pick for SCOTUS last year. From a personal perspective, I'd have to advise against that, for we all know what happens once you give in to what they want. It'll never end. I'd say we'd be better off doubling down and picking as conservative of a FBI director as we can. Double down and don't give him an inch. What for? Senator Richard Blumenthal says he would support naming Merrick Garland as FBI director.
He recommended Merrick Garland, the federal judge who was nominated for the U.S. Supreme Court. Is that someone you could support?
Senator Lee should get an A for originality, but I think that it's unlikely that Merrick Garland would take that role. I would support him for it if he chose to do so, because he does have a background in criminal justice. He's been a prosecutor, and I think would bring the kind of integrity that that position demands at this point.
The chances that
Yeah, the Democrats talk about integrity as if they have any left. Breaking. Wikileaks just replied to President Trump, and it's viral. From Donald J. Trump, Russia must be laughing up their sleeves watching at the United States tear itself apart over a Democrat excuse for losing the election. What are they saying? If we hadn't been caught lying, we'd be running the country right now? Let's take a listen.
Jack, what does the Democratic Party mean to you right now?
Well,
sorry about that. Bear with me here.
Jack, what does the Democratic Party mean to you right now?
well, the Democratic Party seems to be lost, and the reason they seem to be, to me, they seem to be lost is because they let the Republicans define who they are.
Connie, if you were giving an instruction manual to the Democratic Party to get their act together, what would you tell them to do?
They have to define who they are. They have to have a backbone about standing up for it, and not be bought out by anyone or swayed because they think they might lose their office. They have to be willing to stand for it. If you're going to say, I'm standing for this, then you have to stand for it all the way.
I've been a Democrat all my life. I think the Democrats, not only are they out of touch, they have no interest in correcting the situation. They're not doing any postmortems. They're writing off, well, we don't own the White House because of Putin or because of WikiLeaks. What did WikiLeaks tell us, by the way? Regardless of who was behind it, they confirmed that Hillary Clinton and the Democratic establishment are liars, and that they had their thumb on the scale, for Hillary Clinton. Well, so what are they basically saying? If we hadn't been caught lying, we'd be running the country right now.
Wow, nailed it. Just nailed it. U.S. intelligence officials fear this could be our biggest threat, and Russia is behind it. I don't doubt Russia's capability, because scientifically they are quite advanced, militarily and scientifically. Quite impressive Russia is, but I don't find them as the aggressor at any occasion against the West at this point in time. U.S. intelligence officials expressed concern for the first time over the mega cybersecurity firm Moscow's Kaspersky Lab. ABCNews.go.com reports senior members of the U.S. Intelligence Committee are for the first time publicly expressing concern that one of the world's largest cybersecurity firms, Moscow-based Kaspersky Lab, could pose a threat to the United States homeland. The acting head of the FBI, Andrew McCabe, told the Senate Intelligence Committee today that his agency is very concerned about, and we are focused on it closely. Robert Cardillo, the director of National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, said he is aware of the Kaspersky Lab challenge and/or threat. CIA Director Mike Pompeo said the matter has risen to the director of the CIA as well, and the head of the National Security Agency, Administrator Mike Rogers, said he is personally aware and involved in national security issues associated with Kaspersky Lab. Jeez. Let's take a look. Well, they say that like it's a bad thing or untrue, as if we don't spy on anybody. Every country in the world that has the capability to spy will spy on as many people as they possibly can.